Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nee. I am a channel, an energy healer, and an Akashic reader. Today I wanted to come on and talk about Three Eye Atlas. Three Eye Atlas is getting a lot of attention now in spiritual circles, so I thought I would tap in and connect with Three Eye Atlas and see what I can pick up. This was maybe a week or two ago. I know a lot of new information has come out about Atlas, so what I'm going to do is I want to tell you guys what I picked up from my communication with Three Eye Atlas, and then I'm gonna tap into Three Eye Atlas with you guys and see if there's anything else that they want to that wants to come down from Lyran Command. A couple weeks ago, when I tapped into Atlas, I was greeted by Lyran Command. They showed me around the ship a little. The first thing I noticed was a being behind them that kind of looked like a Venus flytrap. I was like, wait, what is that? My first reaction was, what was that? I was trying not to be like disrespectful or anything. The Lyrans were telling me they wanted me to see this being because there are a lot of beings on the ship of that nature that are very high consciousness. This Venus flytrap type being is a being of very high consciousness. And they were showing me this being because they wanted to express that there are many beings on this ship that are of very high consciousness, but they're also non-humanoid. So what I was getting was that Three Eye Atlas is kind of like a space arc of really high consciousness, high frequency beings. What I was gathering is like the combined frequency of these beings is what's going to affect the field of the Earth as Three Eye Atlas comes in closer proximity to the planet. So also what they were telling me is that there are many functions of Three Eye Atlas. Some are scientific, some more military, some are geared towards monitoring of the things going on Earth. And what they were saying was that there's many beings of higher consciousness which have like a lot more capacity than anything a human can understand. So the ship has a lot of functions that we would typically not understand based on a limited human consciousness. So these functions kind of involve interacting with some star seeds individually, and some involve interacting with the entire human consciousness field, also the Earth consciousness field. So they were saying that most light workers and star seeds on the planet are aware of Three Eye Atlas, and then the closer it gets, people are going to be having more of their individual experiences with it. And because of the nature and complexity of Three Eye Atlas, that everyone is going to have their own unique experience with it. Like they're also saying that the different channels and different guides are going to be connecting with it, and they're going to be bringing in their own experience and own interpretations of Three Eye Atlas. They're saying that's totally fine. Everyone is going to get a little piece of the puzzle. That's perfectly okay because there's plenty of information and perspectives about Three Eye Atlas out there to go around. They're encouraging everyone to tap in and have their own connection with Three Eye Atlas, just see where that conversation goes. Okay. I did have a question for them about why they chose to have a spacecraft show up in our reality. Because I was thinking, wouldn't it be easier to send light codes to the sun and have that translate down any other way? Because I know there's like numerous ways for Earth to get activated. And they were saying they specifically chose to have an uncloaked ship approach Earth because they're trying to maximize the most out of the disclosure movement. They want to make it very apparent that this is not a comet, this is actually a spaceship, and it's approaching us. We've noticed that a lot of government agencies have kind of shut down and stopped reporting on Three Eye Atlas, like NASA's not reporting anything anymore. There's no more footage really coming out about it, so that's definitely something to be aware of. Going back to the disclosure part, they're really trying to tap into the disclosure aspect of it. So the more people that are aware and tuning into it, it creates a consciousness bridge. As people are paying attention to it, it's giving permission for those light codes to come in on an individual basis. So that's another reason they chose to have a ship come in. The second time I connected with them, I was more intrigued about how the actual spaceship worked, because I know that a lot of spaceships have their own consciousness. So this time I tapped into the consciousness of Three Eye Atlas, the actual ship. Not the Lyran Command or anyone who's piloting it, but the actual ship itself. So the ship had a few things to say. The first thing it said was that it was a very honor to be part of this mission to connect with Earth. It also said it is indeed conscious, and the ship's consciousness interacts with everyone on the ship. In order for the mission to work, everyone on the ship has to be in alignment with the mission. So that way things run smoother. It was saying that the alignment in mission and the frequency, it's very important. And that all the beings on the ship are there because of a vibrational alignment that allows the ship to work better with everyone present. What I was also getting is that the ship has a name, and it's something like Umahito. Umahito. The ship's name is something along the lines of Umahito. That's what was coming through. Okay. What I was also picking up on was that the 3i Atlas is part of a fleet that is coming inbound. So what I learned about 3i Atlas from other channels is that it's part of a larger fleet coming inbound, and that fleet is going to do a lot to raise the consciousness of the planet. What 3i Atlas is carrying is a lot of ancient galactic codes that'll raise the frequency of humanity and aid in this ascension cycle. So right now I'm going to tap into Lyran Command and see if they have any other information that they would like me to pass on to you. Okay, so one, they're actually happy I was able to put this video out. They've been bugging me for a few days. They were kind of hesitant to release any new information to me because I was a little slow to get this video out. So they're saying, well done. Okay, so there's quite a few different functions on the ship. The most important function is what would kind of be called in our language communication, and that is that bridge, that link to connect with all the various starseeds and collectives on the planet so that they can create that handshake, that bridge, that transfer of information, of consciousness that will help humanity ascend through individual interaction. So they're emphasizing that all the attention in the spiritual communities on 3i Atlas is giving 3i Atlas and everyone on board the permission to send more light codes down to each individual. Thank you. And what else do you guys want to say? As Atlas approaches Earth's field, more people will be activated and be getting downloads and insights into 3i Atlas. And more importantly, they're going to be getting their galactic codes. It's a remembrance of your gifts and abilities. And for a lot of starseeds, it's a remembrance of where you came from. It's going to be really activating for a lot of the collective. It's also a bit of a deterrent for some of the more nefarious things on this planet. It's also kind of a wake-up call for any of these beings that are not of the light getting in the way or actively trying to halt the ascension, that now there's a much bigger galactic forces coming in. So it's a time for these beings to kind of clean up their acts. They're also saying there's going to be quite a bit of technology exchange that's going to happen. So it's going to be a lot of good news for a lot of people who are waiting on specific technologies to come forward. Really great things are in the works, they say. They don't want to disclose too much, but they are saying be ready to be pleasantly surprised with all the things that are going to be coming forward due to Earth's interaction with 3i Atlas and all the other ships and beings that are coming forward as well. They're saying there's going to be a lot to look forward to. Some starseeds who are much more gifted are going to have some really beautiful experiences with Atlas going forward. Atlas, the ship, also wants to say it's very keen on interacting with Gaia and the human collective. It is honored to be part of this sacred mission to bring all these consciousnesses together in this space. I'm just tapping into Lyran Command and seeing if there's anything else that they wish to convey about the ship, the mission, or anything beneficial to anyone watching. They're basically saying great things are on their way, specifically in relation to abundance. So expect a lot of abundance for people who have been struggling in that area, and really just a connection is what they're looking forward to. People being able to connect in with the Lyrans and with other beings of their star family. That's really something that they're looking forward to. Okay, and they are ready to end the transmission now. That was my experience with 3i Atlas, the Lyran Command, and all the beings on board. I hope you guys found that useful and helpful. If you have any questions that you would like me to ask Lyran Command, or 3i Atlas, leave them in the comments. Maybe I'll do another video where I can tap in and see if they have anything else to say. Thank you. If you like this content, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you are interested in working with me or any of my services, the links are in the description below. See you in the next video. Bye.